skin, girl. Your skin just like pearls. Your back against the world.
Hey loves, it's me, LaStar Broadway, and I'm back again with another video. But this time, this is a makeup tutorial, and it's a natural beat makeup tutorial. So this video will consist of me doing a natural beat in the least amount of time, using the least amount of items. And I like to start with my eyebrows. I'm using a Wet n Wild retractable brow pencil, and it's in the darkest brown that they have. So what I like to do is I like to brush my eyebrows up. It makes it easier for me to line the bottom of the brow if I do it that way. As you can see, it goes by really smoothly. And then once I'm done with the bottom brow, I like to kind of brush and blend the eyebrow pencil in. And then I kind of like to brush the top of the brow down towards the middle. It makes it a little easier for me to do the top of the brow. And usually the top of the brow is the most challenging part for me because I like my brows to be curved on the tail. I hate the pointy tails, and it's usually what I always get accidentally. But for this time, I literally just got a perfect brow the first take, which was a miracle, because usually I always have a problem and I always have to tweak the top of that brow. But this time it was perfect, and now I'm just finishing up that other brow, and I'm doing the same thing that I did to the first brow to this brow. So now I'm just coloring it in, brushing it out, blending it with the eyebrow pencil. They look good. Yes, perfect. Okay, so now I'm gonna do the concealer for these eyebrows. And now what I'm using is the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop Contour Concealer and the NYX HD Studio Photogenic Concealer Corrector. Now what I do is I'm blending them because the Can't Stop Won't Stop Contour Concealer is too light. And I mean, it's an extra step that you don't have to take, but I just do it because they didn't have my shade. They didn't have my shade, so I had to just do something. So this is what I did. I just blended. I blend these two colors and I get a perfect blending tone, because with just the light Can't Stop Won't Stop, that's the light one, it's too light and it will not blend all the way in. And with the HD Studio Photogenic, which is the darker concealer, it's like my tone. It's perfect tone for me, so it won't even look like I did anything to my eyebrows. It won't finish up the eyebrow look for me, so I have no choice but to blend those two together, and it comes out beautiful. So you know, just you do what you gotta do. But like I said, it's just an extra step. You don't have to take the extra step if you don't want it. You don't have to spend more money. Just get you one concealer that is perfect, then you're set. Now I'm just lining the eyebrow. I'm doing the same thing to both, and it looks good and it looks even. And the brush that I'm using is actually it's an eyebrow angle brush from the SHANY collection of brushes. These brushes were cheap. I think I got them for it had to be like $18 or $19. I got them off of Amazon. The line is called SHANY. It has a lot of different brushes and colors, but I got the black set. It comes with a lot of brushes. Now I'm just finishing up the eyebrow. Still using that SHANY brush from the brush set. Oh, okay, and also when I tend to like overdo the concealer, because you might, especially if your hands aren't like you're not an artist like me. So I had got the eyebrow pencil right here, and that's a darker eyebrow pencil. It's just black, so you can see kind of right there still the top where the black eyebrow pencil was, but I'll blend it in and it'll blend it in really good. But I only put that there so that it does not mess up my lining, because the concealer I ended up going a little too far, and it ended up messing up the product, the end result. So I used the dark eyebrow pencil to correct it, and I also did it for this brow. Yeah, and it's giving me some trouble. Yeah, oh yeah, I remember. Okay, so I ended up going down too far, so the eyebrow really seemed longer than the other eyebrows, so I'm trying to correct it. And I think I almost got it. It still looks a little long. Okay, I feel like it's good now. Oh no, still gotta fix it. Okay, now I'm using the eyebrow pencil, and I'm just oh, that's it. Okay, so now now I'm just using my sponge, and I am sponging out the concealer and blending it in. And so when you blend your eyebrows, depending on the concealer that you use, you will have like I'm having a kind of hard time, because the concealer is set in there right now. If you want to blend your eyebrows more easy, just before you go to the next brow, just blend out that first eyebrow that you started on, and it should be easier for you to blend. Don't do like me and try to do both of your eyebrows and wait, because you're letting that concealer sit, and it's gonna make it a little harder for you to blend it out. Yeah, I'm having some difficulties blending it. Yeah, it's giving me a lot of trouble. Alright, so now I'm going to apply my Ulta Beauty Matte Eye Primer in the shade Nude. When I apply this, I use my finger, I just rub it in, and then I use the makeup sponge to help blend it into my eyelids. And once you apply it, make sure you blend it in with your finger first all the way, because if you don't, it's gonna be a little hard for you to blend it with a sponge. It's the same thing with the concealer. If you let it sit, it's gonna be harder to blend. So as soon as you apply it, make sure you blend it in, and you use the sponge or your finger, whichever one. Use it really quickly, or else you're gonna have to keep you'll probably have to apply more to make that blend better. And I'm just doing it for both eyelids. And I like to use a matte eye primer whenever I'm using eyeshadow, and even if I'm not using eyeshadow. I hate not using eye primer, because it makes, I don't know, it doesn't look as good versus when you don't use it. But so okay, I was going to attempt to put on eyelashes, y'all, but I'm still I still could not do that yet. So I put them on off camera. So now I'm going to just apply my face primer. This is the Ulta Beauty Matte Face Primer. This is my favorite primer. I just applied all over my face, and y'all please don't forget this step. If without the primer, your makeup will not look as smooth. You won't get as a good finish. So now I'm just gonna move on to the concealer. I'm using my Fenty Beauty contour set, and I'm starting off with the Suede color. And I have a booger in my nose. Oh, I got it. Okay, so I'm starting out with the Suede color. Now I'm just making a triangle under my eye, and I'm contouring. So that's how I contour. I just do the triangle under my eyes, align my nose, a little bit of my forehead, and right there under the crease of my cheek. And then I'm going to take the Espresso and fill in the cheekbone part. But before I do that, I'm going to finish applying more of the Suede concealer, just to get a better finish. So now I'm going to use my Espresso concealer, and I line my nose. I messed up on that part, but I just finished lining. I was like, oh well. But line my nose, then I'm going to line my cheekbones. And I'm gonna do the same thing I did with the Suede concealer. I'm gonna go over it again, once again, to make sure I don't have not enough. I want to make sure it's like enough. And also, I did not use foundation simply because this is a light bead, and for me, when I do a light bead, I'm not using any foundation. And also with the foundation, I feel like it doesn't look as natural, for me at least, because usually I'll use the Fenty Beauty foundation, and I'll mix my Nair's foundation stick. But I just stopped doing that because it's too heavy. It's too much makeup, I feel. It looks like I have too much makeup on, and it irritates me. It just runs all off. But if you just use your concealer, you'll be okay. You just use that. It's I mean, it's not going to be as easy to blend, say if you use foundation. If you use foundation, it will be a little easier for you to blend in the concealer. But that's why I say use the primer, the face primer, because it's going to help you be able to blend in the concealer a little better. But yes, it took me a while to sponge it out, only because I don't use the foundation. I just go straight into the concealer because I'm looking for that natural look. And it took me a little while, but it didn't take all day. It literally just if you're having trouble with the blending, just wet your sponge a little bit. That will help also. You can use your setting spray. I should have probably did that. Use your setting spray to help you blend it, but I was like, nah, I got this. I don't need that setting spray. Yeah, it took me a while to blend it out. So just blending the nose out now. And I like to do one side at a time, but like I said before, if you like to wait, that concealer will be harder for you to blend out. So you could just like once you apply that one side, go ahead and start blending out that one side. Or you could just do what I did and just apply the concealer to both sides and then try to blend it out all at the end and be there blending all day. I mean, I recommend that first method. I think I'm going to try that next time. So, okay. I think I got it all blended out right here. But I want to be sure and make sure it's well blended. So I'm going to blend a little more because I don't want to go outside and not be even toned. Well, not even toned because it's contour, but not be well blended. Put it like that. So, okay. And done with that. I'm like, okay, and then I'm going to get my neck also to make it look more even. Okay, now I'm going to apply my highlighter. I'm going to use the Sinamon in this contour set. I put it on the top of my cheekbones. I'm going to put it right under my eyebrow right there in that spot, under my tail. And then I'm going to put it on my other eyebrow. And then I also put it right there between my eyes on my nose. And I like to put it on my lip, the like top of my lip right there, that little point. And I put it on the tip of my nose and the spot where between my eyes. And now I also like to put it in the creases of my eyes, the inner creases. I love this look when you put it right there in between the eyes. It gives it a really nice look. And you may say, without the highlighter, it's still really natural. Yes, it's still a natural look. I mean, you know, highlighter is highlighter. So, okay, right here, I thought I was going to do a wing. But then I was like, hold up, no, I don't want to do the wing just yet. So, I forgot, I got to put my powder on. So, for my powder, I use two different powders. This first powder for the lighter concealer is the Maybelline Fit Me color. It's the loose finishing powder, and it's in 35 deep. And this is a perfect finishing powder. It doesn't give me any flashback once I take pictures or anything like that. So, I mean, I recommend it if you're my skin tone. And the this one right here, this is the True Complexion Contour Palette by Black Radiance. And I like to use the dark color. It's called Contour. So I put that on the darker concealer. And then I'll let it bake for a little bit, sit there, let it get all in. And then once I'm done with that, I use my brushes from my SHANY brush set. And I use two different brushes. The big brush, I use that for the lighter concealer. And I just brush it off and brush it in. I like to I like to go in a circular motion. But this time I did not for some reason. And the other brush I will use for the darker concealer. And now I see I'm doing the circles a little bit. And make sure you get all the powder rubbed in. And yep, had to go back to make sure. And I got my nose, got this part, it's perfect. So now I'm just going back, making sure that it's all blended in really well. Looks good. It's well blended. Okay. So now I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna do my highlighter again, since the powder kind of then kind of made it useless. So now I have to go back and apply more highlighter, which in the end I feel like it actually kind of did help more, because the highlighter does not last that long on me for some reason. So now I'm about to do my wing, but as I looked more into the camera, I was like, you know what, I don't think I want to do a wing. So I'm gonna go straight into the just mascara and in this look. So I just apply it to my bottom eyelashes first, and then I do the top where I put on my lashes, help those get blended in more. Usually I would probably even put some eyeliner on that bottom lid, but I was like, no, I'm good. I'm just gonna use the mascara, and that should be fine. It gives me a more natural look. So now I'm gonna use my matte finish setting spray from NYX, and this setting spray is pretty cool. I love it. I sprayed on there. Obviously, I sprayed a lot, but I sprayed that just to make sure, you know, my makeup is set really well. And I'm fanning it because I want it to dry really quickly. So it's this spray. And I noticed that I have a black mark right under my eye. I don't know where it came from, but it's there. So it irritated me, and I was like, I gotta fix it. So what I tried to do was I put powder on it, and let me see, I put powder on it and I set it again, and once I set it again, it came right back. So I was like trying to scratch it off, and I think it's from the mascara. Yeah, it had to be from the mascara. So now I'm trying to like scratch it off, and it didn't want to come off, so I had to apply some more concealer, which is the reason we use concealer. So once I applied that, I had to put some more a little bit more powder. So I applied that, and then that black line was done for. So ladies, if you ever run into that problem, just use some concealer and powder, then you'll be fine. And this is my natural beads. I hope y'all like it. I love it. Thank you so much for watching and tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe. Oh yeah, I had to go back and brush my eyebrows in. So thank you guys so much for tuning in.